Hello, Jakarta and the world. This is White Trash Talking. I'm Doug Johnson, and I'll be talking to you about issues relating to Jakarta, the U.S., and the world. As a U.S. citizen now living in Jakarta, I touch on issues relating to the West and the East, the United States and Indonesia, and to the world events in general, because everything is related and interconnected. Hi, listeners. Once again, I feel a need to comment about Gaza. What's happening there now is a defining moment in history, and I and the people I talk to are greatly affected emotionally about the unfolding and unceasing carnage. It's all I can think about these days. Actually, there's not much I can say that hasn't already been said. I've been speechless the last couple of days since I learned that the U.S. vetoed a UN resolution calling for the ceasefire in Gaza. The vote was held in an emergency meeting in response to the deaths of thousands of innocent children and the allegation that Israel is committing genocide against the people of Gaza. Ironically, the vote took place on the 8th of December, which was the eve of the anniversary of the 1948 Genocide Convention, which was created in the aftermath of the Nazis' genocide of 6 million Jews. This veto is a defining moment in the sordid and brutal history of U.S. international relations. What on earth could motivate someone to veto the halt to the slaughter of innocent children? It's no secret that U.S. politicians in both parties receive vast financial support from Israel through AIPAC, American Israel Public Affairs Committee, which is one of the most powerful lobbying groups in the U.S., and which helps finance the multi-million-dollar political campaigns. Without AIPAC cash, a candidate has little chance of winning. With the cash, the politician is now beholden to AIPAC's demands. Failure to deliver on these demands spells an end to the politician's career. In this case, the demand is for continued military support for Israel, and apparently, it's for this veto at the UN General Assembly. You may think this is too simplistic, but I disagree. How else can you explain choosing not to end a genocide? We have all seen the steady stream of gruesome images of dead and mutilated children, the piles of rubble marking where whole families were bombed, building after building destroyed until there is no place left to live, assaults on hospitals where infants are clinging to life, and schools where thousands of women and children seek refuge. Thousands of children dead, and the number quickly growing. Water and food sources destroyed, and famine beginning to set in. Waterborne diseases on the rise. We all know it's genocide, and the Israelis even tell us it's genocide. It's too painful to look at, but we are obligated to look at it because Gazans are people like us. They're human beings. How can we do this? What have we become? Joe Biden, are you really this craven, this inhumane, this amoral? Or maybe you don't know how to use your cell phone, so you don't see the images. Is that it? Is the bubble you live in really so impenetrable and so devoid of humanity? Does AIPAC support really mean more to you than the lives of 2 million innocent people? Face it, Joe, you don't serve the public. You're not going to win the next election, no matter which Republican you run against. Your time is over. Your buddy Netanyahu's time is also over. Give it up, Joe. You can go out on a high note by renouncing the blood-soaked AIPAC money, cutting off arms supplies to Israel, and then calling Netanyahu to discuss mutual retirement. This act of compassion may save your soul. I think this is the most shameful time in U.S. history, and that's saying a lot. We cannot support genocide. We can't stand by and let it happen. The U.S.'s reputation is already in tatters, but this genocide clearly marks us as a failed rogue state. Unless we stop this now. U.S. bombs are ethnically cleansing Gaza. Biden's veto means there's no plan to stop. We must stop the genocide. Thank you for listening. You've been listening to White Trash Talking. I'm Doug Johnson. I wrestle with the truth and often lose. Let me know what you think.